We'll gladly appreciate you guys' time for coming on the show.
Yes.
Nick Mullins and Coach Simon. How you guys feeling today?
Doing great. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Doing all right.
Great. Glad to be here.
Coach Simon, you got a lot of running backs. And they all have different skill sets. You got Ito, Tez, Jalen, George. You even got, I think you got one or two coming as a recruit.
We got one kid coming in, Patrick Brooks. Yeah.
And which will be a great addition coming from Petal High School. How do you feel about the state of the running backs at the school right now?
I think we got a good problem here. We got a lot of young guys that are hungry, that have experience. It's one thing to have young guys, but when you have young guys that have experience, every running back that we have on our depth chart has rushed for over 100 yards in a game before. Every running back has started, so we're comfortable with a lot of guys and a lot of different skill sets that they have going out and being able to protect Nick and the other quarterbacks and being able to run the football.
Coach Simon, you have Ito Smith, who's a shiftier running back. He's a smaller guy. He's shifty, tries to get around a lot of people. You got Tez, who's just I won't say a bulldozer, but he doesn't avoid his tackles. Mm-hmm. And then you have your other two running backs in Jalen and George. How do you feel about Ito? Because he was your team's leading rusher. Does he get to start at September 5th against Mississippi State, or are you guys just still filling it out in the spring?
I think right now, the way that you answered that question is if you had a game tomorrow, Ito would be our starter.
Mm-hmm.
Ito's a smart kid. He's done a lot of things well. He's done everything that we've asked of him on and off the field. So he's earned the right to go out there on the first play of a game. Right now, I see him as the guy. Like you said, Ito does a lot of things well. He's shifty. He can run routes. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can run the football. He has a knack that he finds a way to make plays. So.
Now, Coach Simon, you came in under Todd Monken in his first year. So talk a little bit about that experience, just, from your first year until now.
Well, I don't know if you guys realize, but Coach Monken coached me.
Yes.
In college, so this relationship has been an ongoing process. It's been interesting. It's been fun. I came in with Coach Monken his first year here, and it was different. For us, it was a challenge for where the program was at that time and where the program is now. Southern Miss has always had a strong history of success, and this is the reason that he chose to come here, and this is the reason that I chose to come here. It's a great location. There's not really any barriers to success. You hear him say that all the time. We have great fans, great atmosphere, great place for kids to want to come to school and have a great personal life as well as academic life. So we have all the pieces that are in place that you can get talented kids here. So we're looking forward to this year, being our third year here, seeing the kids that we've kind of brought in, that we've handpicked, going out on the field and putting together a productive season.
Right. So Nick Mullins, you're going into your junior year. Talk about some of the experiences that have helped you in the last 2 years going into your junior year.
No doubt. I think it was important to get here early, just get involved in the program, and I think my early experience will definitely pay off down the road. So, but really just taking it day by day and just being thankful for the opportunities that I have in place and in front of me. So just trying to continue to lead the team and just create success.
In the spring game, you threw for over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Talk about your performance. Like, do you feel like you could have did better, or you think you did good? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a pretty productive spring overall, no doubt. I felt pretty confident leaving the spring. I think I could have played better. Obviously, got to protect the ball in the spring game, things like that. Probably not as well as I wanted to do. But coming out, it was positive. A really good spring. I think a lot of playmakers stepped up, and I think we have a lot to look forward to from myself and as a team.
Talk about the offensive line that's been revamped totally. So from what I've seen, you got a lot of bigger guys, even from Peterson, who's I think he's 6'7". I think standing behind that, seeing towers in front of you that can protect you this upcoming season. How do you feel about the revamped offensive line?
No doubt, there are definitely some giants up there. Rashad on the left and Drew on the right for sure. But they've taken huge strides. Coach Meadows came in, and he's done an incredible job of being able to teach, communicate, and connect with the players. So just going forward with the amount of depth that we have now, which is really important. We have a lot of depth, and so it's huge to find the right five, the right collection, and just watch that chemistry grow. So we have a lot of confidence in them now.
All around our offense, you guys have depth in pretty much every area, from the running backs to the receivers with DJ Thompson and Michael Thomas and Casey Martin to the offensive lineup we just mentioned. Out of the offensive depth, who do you think is going to stand out for you guys in the fall against Mississippi State and thereafter?
Well, no doubt. I think you mentioned the big three at receiver, and even James Cox. I think we have some pretty solid guys at receiver that can make plays. Obviously, Mike, tremendous talent that kind of blossomed last year, being his first year on campus. And then DJ Thompson, we always give him some just some trash talk because he always does really good in spring. So now we're trying to get that to carry over to the fall. So it's huge just getting the ball in those guys' hands and letting them make plays.
Coach Simon, this question's for you. What have you seen from Nick that has grown him from a quarterback when he was a freshman getting his first start against North Texas until now where he's going into the upcoming season as a presumed starter?
Just pretty much his growth and maturity that I think that comes with experience. And I mess with Nick, in the locker room sometimes just about what he sees, because as a young kid coming in playing as a true freshman, he's a great kid. He's a very respectable kid. So whatever the coach tells Nick to do, he's going to be locked and loaded and gun-ho to just do what the coach wants him to do. And that's what you expect out of a young player. And I just kind of mess with Nick that, hey, this is your time now. Like, what's your opinion? What do you see? Just to be more vocal in what it is he's seeing out there. What does he think that's open? And having more ideas to bring to the table and just clowning with him a little bit on that. And he I think he got the message of what I was really trying to convey to him. And I saw him doing some of those things in the spring, but just taking ownership, and taking more, and understanding that at this level in the college athletics, which is different from high school, is that you become a partner with your position coach. Right. We are doing this together. What is it that you see? Because you're out there. It's live bullets. We draw it up on paper, and that's a part of it, but your experience and what you feel, and hey, the offensive line can't block this guy, or they can really block this guy. So I know this is not the right play for this situation, but based on personnel and things that I see, I feel that we can win. Like you said, Mike is doing a good job, and we don't like this route combination against this defense, but based on the corner that they have and the receiver that I have, I know Mike's going to win, so I may check the play and doing those things. So Nick took a little bit more ownership of his own success here, and that's what you want to see out of a kid after 2 years of starting and making a transition from a young kid on the college program to, hey, I'm the man on campus now, beating his chest a little bit. So I'm excited about Nick and his transition to a leader on the team.
You say Nick is a leader, but the way I see Nick is very low key guy. Kind of quiet, kind of just, I don't want to say undertone or monotone, but he's pretty much just to himself. Outside of campus. But Nick, what is it about when you get on that field? Do you become more vocal? Do you does the animal get out of the cage? Whenever you step on that field and run the offense.
I'd like to think so. You're right. I try to just kind of stay relaxed and just go about my life on a daily basis. But on the football field, I think it is. It's a totally different mindset. You got to attack each day, attack every practice, and take advantage of every opportunity. So I think you're right. Just having the fuel and the fire. Coach Mulkin says every day, you got to bring the juice. And who's going to bring the juice today? So I think that's really something I've kind of put in my mind that I've got to bring that juice every day. And just stay on, guys. Coach Mulkin says don't let guys be average. Just don't accept it. And so I think that's something that we've all tried to buckle down on, is just holding each other accountable and really getting after guys when they make a mistake, because it's not okay. So, yeah, you're right. Just trying to get out there and be vocal.
So, Nick, just from watching college football quarterbacks and NFL quarterbacks, how hard is just playing the quarterback position, just from the leadership, just from watching film, to actually, like Coach Simon said, actually being out there on the field, making the plays that they're drawing up for you? How hard is that when you have defensive linemen just coming at you? Talk a little bit about that.
It's funny you say that, because when you're out there, you don't think of all the things that what you could find, what different things to think about. You really just try to focus on doing your job. It's pretty neat to get out there and realize the experiences that you've had. I don't necessarily view it as hard. Obviously you're not going to have perfect success every time, but it's a fun challenge to attack. Go out there and try to make guys better and just complete a lot of passes and lead your team. It's a pretty fun and unique experience for sure.